prepared him for this
All
moment
right.
all his life.
So it is loading. So we're gonna see this a lot.
But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits.
As the story goes.
He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund.
I love this art style. The old high medieval art style. The art direction in this is top-notch, in my opinion.
Decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself.
Damn you Hungarians.
With a massive army and began pillaging the territories.
I will probably skip out of this and just jump into game in most episodes from here on in, because we're about to see that again. Oh god, I love this game. Let's make sure all of them are here and ready. So I have the new ones. This one was great. Tournament was eh. From the Ashes is good. Treasures of the Past is good. Band of Bastards and Woman's Lot I have not played, so I don't know jack or shit about them, other than the trailer. Ugh, it hurts so much to start a new game. What? What the fuck? Oh, I guess you can have two different play lines, I guess, so you can do two different things. Fuck no. Yeah, this is basically you'll die, like, instantaneously. It is no joke, like, I don't think you can heal or do anything, and you need to eat a lot more often, and, like, just no thanks. But, yeah, time for a big intro, which isn't that important. I mean, it sets the historical relevance to it. But a really cool thing is that in this game you can actually... Nope. I was late because this game had a 19 gigabyte update. Because I haven't played it in a little bit. In fact, I'm just about to start. But the places in like Sasau and some other places, you can actually look on Google Maps and you can see the outlines of the castles and the places they were, and the actual topography is actually pretty damn close. It's actually really neat. Yeah, this game is huge and has a lot of craziness in it, and I'm probably going to die a lot. Well, not a lot, but in the beginning I'm going to die a fair bit, because this game is like real medieval historical combat, so you die quick. So I will be taking this game slowly, and I'll probably be coming back here and there to it, because we have Man of Medan and other stuff to come in the way, so, and Borderlands and other stuff that will be here. But yeah, let's get this started so we get to see the opening again. And I can't wait for them to make a second one of these, because this looks amazing. So yeah, this is right near the collapse of the Holy Roman Empire. So basically, like, the second biggest empire in the world to collapse. I thought it was going to give the whole opening. The animated one. What does that say? Familia et altuli? El Tuyo? I'm not sure if that's in Polish or if that's in Latin. I assume it's in Old Latin. Or no, High Latin? I don't remember. I always forget. It's 14th century, so it'd probably be High Latin, like the later revised Latin. Also, I think I kind of want to play Axe this time around. The first time I played the Mace, and I loved it because the Mace is awesome. But it takes a lot of work to get good, and it's like the top tier weapon in the end. But swords are meh. I do not like swords at all. Too weak.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's our hero.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
And that's our hero, Henry. A rough and tumbled, spoiled farm boy. Well, actually, son of a blacksmith. That'll come up a lot. Because, yeah, medieval Europe, what type of family you were born in made a lot of difference. Like, son of a farmer, a yeoman, you were like a nobody. But son of a blacksmith, friends with a lord, owned a silver mine. Even if you were a miner, you had a lot more clout.
You're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Vitality is a good one. I do like that there's no timing on this. Strength is meh. Speech is pretty nice. But I'm gonna be with the lady. Vitality. Wink wink, nudge nudge.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Archery... See, archery is good, but the problem is you only get a chance to shoot, like, one arrow before someone's like, that's it, I'm coming to fucking kill you. So, agility is okay, but now... Actually, I will need the stamina. So let's do it.
No, it's just... Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Mm.
You need me to do anything, man?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
We don't need much more. That's like background filler, but it kind of fills itself out. It's more for like new players. Better get used to that eating sound because we got to eat. So the icons next to the health bar, which is at the bottom, it's the health bar and the stamina bar. Icons next to it will be like if you're wounded, if you're bleeding, yeah, fucking dork. Or if, you're being caught, tired, like all sorts of benefits will come up there, and some of them will get quite strange real fast.
Come here, At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Yep. I can't work over this fire with swords without my liquor. So, yeah. Objectives in here are interesting because doing them in certain order does actually make a difference, which is neat. So it's like what you do and what you don't do makes a big difference. So let's go find Kunesh and beat his face in until he gives me money. You can alternatively break into his house. So let's get introduced to combat by Kunesh normally beating the shit out of you.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Yep. This is a whole block. So, there are checks, like, basic D&D checks. So, there's speech, like negotiation or status. Essentially, it's like how more noble you are than someone else. Then there's I'm going to kick your ass fighting. Then there's you can pay, which is mostly trade and haggle, but sometimes you can pay people to fuck off. And in other ones, you can use a skill, like I have a skill that you don't, or we both have a mutual skill, therefore we're friends. Yeah. So here's a little bit confusing. So yeah, it's how angry they are, your total skills versus their skills, or like what you know of their skills. Yeah, and negotiations and otherwise. I already know all this. I just figure it's easier for you because you won't understand like what the fuck these mean. I could hit him with a speech, but my speech is a 1. I am not a king of speech.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me, would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
I also technically lost reputation, but Alright. I just need to remember how to be in and out of combat. Oh, you fucker. He loves doing that, getting up close.
Gone weak at the knees. Had enough?
Yeah, I didn't expect a kick in the crotch.
Sod!
Fucker.
Way off.
Oh, it gave me a head injury, fuck. Hopefully that's not the... Let my stamina build up a little bit. Fuck you. There we go, it's a little hit. Not much. That's him trying to parry or dodge me.
Giving up already?
There we go.
God!
Don't waste too much stamina. By the way, combats are really long in this. No, get the... Don't kick me. Normally you can get in with a quick jab. And then you can go from there. Also, getting hit and blocking actually depletes your stamina. There we go.
You're going to cry now. Shit.
If you take strength, you can knock him out in like 2 punches, but fuck that. Get more skills. Oh.
Oh dear, did... Show what you're made of.
Fucking parrying bitch. It is satisfying just punching someone in the face. Those little bitch kicks. Fucking asshole. He loves kicking. You fucking son of a bitch. There we go. Kicked his ass. Fuck that guy.
Take what you want. It's not much.
Oh,
It's all
I can see
have.
through him.
You understand?
Thank you for the head injury. I will be taking this. And I'm going to go in your house. I'm going to steal your shit. What do you got? Okay. What a lovely hovel you have here. I think you could steal his chickens. You can also poison... Oh, oh. Come on, give me coins. Nope, that's just... I guess that's just something else. Just sunbeams. Oh, what's that? I thought he actually had stuff in the satchel. And I'm also going to eat your food, because I don't respect you. So I'm just going to steal some of your nasty soup. You feel better now?
All right, blacksmith boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want. You haven't heard the last.
Washing yourself is actually really important. In real life and in the game. Because if you're filthy, nobody wants to talk to you, or people are like, ew, get away from me. Alright. Wrong button. I gotta remember all the buttons. Okay, that's the map. There we go, that's what I was looking for. So, first off, this. So, on the right-hand side, you have your underclothes and like your armor clothes, essentially. So, you have like 2 layers of things you can wear. So you can have like scarves and helmets. Some of them don't really work out well. And then later is horse stuff, like special items you have, like rings or, you know, whatever some such you have.
How are you, Henry?
I think we have to buy 3 bags. That's 0.5. Yeah, can't really get shit for this. A lot of times I end up selling like his shoes or his pants. But it's not recommended to sell. Actually, cancel. No, press the right buttons. How many do I need? Because I always forget. I need 10 bags of charcoal. And buy ale. So ale is the last thing we'll do. Hey, I actually have enough. Thank you, speech. Let's haggle.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
You're going to see a lot of this. FYI. Yep, so this is the haggling screen.
Agree?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
You? Yeah, that's fine.
My last offer. We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
Come on, dude. Don't be a dick. Fine.
Well, that's a decent price.
At least I could afford it. A lot of times, a big problem is you can't actually afford it because your speed skill sucks. I could gamble with him, but might as well learn.
I'd like to throw some dice. Fancy a game?
Yep.
Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I lose my shirt again.
Try to remember what the numbers are. Okay, so yeah, one is the most valuable. The further up you get is less. You don't want to go bust by not having a hand that you can play, like multiple numbers. Yeah, so 1 is worth 100, a 5 is worth 50, so 1s and 5s are essentially the best. 3 of a kind is worth 100 points multiplied by the given numbers. So, yeah, 4 4s, so if you had like 4 6s, it would be the best, ideally. But 4 or more of a kind is worth double the points. But you can hold it or fold it. And this is actually pretty good. I don't want to risk it, so I'll just score that and pass. You? Oh, well, that's actually not that bad. Go bust. If you don't get a 1 or a 5, you bust. He got a 5. Looks like a 1. A 1 and a 5. You fucking dirty bastard. Ooh. I mean, I'm still beating him, but... Ooh, I see some 1s. Don't bust. Henry, don't bust. Don't bust yet. It's not the time. It is to 4,000. And I don't have that much. Okay, good. Not a bust. Whatever. The worst is busting on, like, the first hand. That's, like, the absolute worst. Why did he... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to give him advice. He should have taken both the 1s.
That's it.
But it's weird because it's not like you're playing the same opponent. Like, honestly, some players have completely, totally different strategies. Like, they only go for 2s or most. Let's see, he busted. He didn't have a 1 or a 5. You know what? You know what? I'll just do a 1 and go, because that's usually the best. Ooh, just a 5. Come on.
Not afraid of anything, eh?
Give me good luck. Come on.
It's no big deal.
You chicken fucker. Yeah. I should have just stuck with what I had at the beginning. You son of a bitch. That sucks, but I gotta catch back up.
This'll be the one.
Hope he gets foolhardy and busts a lot. Ooh!
We'll see.
Don't worry. I think this is, you have to gamble with him, or otherwise he gets... There's like a forced tutorial with gambling. I remember there's a time where you have to gamble, so it's best to get it out of the way early. That is 1,000. Yeah, let's play it safe. I mean, he could technically win with this hand if he got good. It's a decent start. Come on, bust. You? Yeah, do it. Roll again.
Your turn.
You. This is risky. Risky business. Let's risk it. I'd be ahead, but Yeah, I'm not risking 2 die. You're better off getting like a big stretch right there, and then you can just slam them because you can roll again. But
We'll see.
that's it. Hands up. We don't want to go that way. We got the charcoal, gambled away the rest of our money. We're successful. We are success. No, I don't want stealth. Yeah, if you do stealth in town, if your stealth fails, guards will get pissed. Because they're like, what are you doing, boy? Are you stupid? I'm trying to remember what the run button is. I might not be able to run just yet. There's jump. Oh, circles run. Whee! There we go. Running a lot is good.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
Certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Crossguard accomplished. Yeah, the game is freaking huge. It has, I think right now it's sitting at like something crazy, like 80 gigabytes. And there's what, 6 expansions? Also, I am going to meta out all the hidden chests and treasure, because screw that. There are treasure maps and stuff, but you don't even need them. You can just look them up and get them. Politics.
You can't be serious. Insulting our king.
What insult? I said
Also, let me know if it's too quiet.
has done only what
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tartars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with you,
is
Henry.
opposed to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew.
So such laws
What's going on here?
wasn't there?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
And
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
Okay, I'll turn it up.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
And don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some turds will do.
What do you say, Henry?
Times have not changed.
I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
So, Hal, are you with us?
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, Hal, how could you possibly chance like this?
Mostly because I don't want to get turds all over my hands. Seriously. Alright. Let's just do like... I'm getting the halfway point on my headset. Because I know I turned it down on my old stereo because it had issues. That one can't be too loud. Is that better? That should hopefully be better. If it's still too quiet, I'll turn it up more. In general, this game is not the loudest of games. Well, at least my chest injury has healed itself. Here's our lady.
My lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
He could do better. Let's be honest.
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then, ragamuffin?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Don't worry, dearest. This evening I'll see you right.
Oh, how? I do hope so.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
So, you can't save the game unless you have Savior Schnapps. Or you sleep in a bed. So, yeah. You absolutely need to have it. If you save out in the field. Basically, it's your quick save, so it's super limited. And is also slightly intoxicating. I'm not going to go talk to that guy. He's basically the guy who just teaches you the basics of sword combat, and I don't need that. Because swords are for weak little people who like pointy objects. And also I don't want father to yell about the ale, which he'll do it anyway.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Actually, there's one thing I forgot. Just give me a moment.
Oh, I guess it's mandatory.
We have to finish the sword today.
Oh, so I guess he's gonna bitch no matter what. I thought you could skip it. Oh well. Also, I'm slightly less beat up than the first time I went to do this. Also, I can't pick any flowers yet. Sheeps! Where is this guy? No, he's still in town. So how's everybody's day going? I hope everybody's having a fine day today. Yep.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. But the world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
Alright, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Busy, busy. Beer for the whole day. Kyoto on tap. There'll be many ties tied to foreheads by the end of the day. People who are a little too drunk to continue working. By the way, those knee guards on the side of his knee look so uncomfortable. I don't know how anyone walked with those. Although I do like his brigandine. Well, you always know that there's that one guy who just can't handle it. He'll keep going. I don't like his little thieves' cowl. Makes him seem untrustworthy. Plus it's all tattered. You scrub.
So, can we get started?
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far. Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
It does.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different attacks. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself. Good.
Oh, I don't have...
Not bad. Good. All right.
So the star is the direction, so when you swing one way, you'll always be on the other side, which is confusing for most people.
Good. Once again. Good. Let's try something else. One strike, I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Good. Very good. Nice.
And since Henry's right-handed, it'll usually go from right to bottom left because he's swiping diagonally through.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight.
Oh,
you
hell
have
no.
to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Yeah. Shitting your pants, lightly peeing yourself while you two are trying to kill each other. That's a real fast way to learn. Also, knowing that like one hit could probably kill you is kind of terrifying. Like, that's the thing people don't understand. Like, even in fist fights, there's like that's the one thing I really like about combat in this game, is that it's like real life, like, for the most part. You know, you get hit in a regular fist fight, there's a good chance you could go down in a single strike or 20. All depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Is he not going to bitch about the ale?
Let's see what kind of job the master
He didn't.
did for us.
Maybe it's after.
That lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. This will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. We'll fire up the forge.
Yeah.
Put it all together.
People hand etching that stuff? Fuck that shit.
By the way, I heard some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe? Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe? And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
What, so you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rude. So what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, not your fists.
Violence should always be the last resort.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it.
And this is why blacksmithing was a dangerous job.
Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university. And all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
You think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
I don't know why the sound is off by a few seconds, but it bothers the shit out of me. And I don't know if it's that way in the actual or if it's just the headset.
Indeed it is.
Driving me crazy.
The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
I know there's a few cutscenes that are slightly off. But that's kind of the problem with big open world games like this. In the living room. Should actually be in here. I always forget where these nails are. There we go. And we're just gonna take everything. Don't worry, this is just the prologue.
Get those damn nails.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work. Very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sassa.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them, or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig.
If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Like those gates mean anything. Also, sorry I'm not talking. There's just a lot going on here that will make sense later.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Time to go meet our fate. Yeah, they will kill the shit out of you. Get the fuck out of there.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
So, there's something I actually have to do here that will have a benefit later. Oh, Sir Bradzig. Don't want to waste too much stamina because there's some shit going on. Oh my god. So many things I want to pick, but I can't because I'm too dumb to know what a plant is to pick. Alright, please don't fall, please don't fall, please don't fall. Okay, good. Shit, where's the... Oh shit. Time to go. So, this next part is rather tricky.
Go to hell, you Tatar beast! Puppy chap on me head!
Shit! Shit, shit, shit! Nope. God damn it, I'm gonna die. Yeah, they have swords, I don't. So, that woman who's screaming, you essentially have to save her. And the best way is to whistle or to punch them. But the problem is when you whistle, you'll be close enough to get into combat with them, and you have to kind of run off. And it kind of sucks. No, don't sneak. Run. Because if you don't run, you're gonna die. You know, normally in games, there's that thing where you have to, like, run from something, but there's no actual threat. Yeah, this game says, yep, fuck that. Your ass is gonna run or you're gonna die. Also, there are times where you will literally get beaten to death by like 10 people. So, best to avoid that, if at all possible. Okay, there's still...
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Yep, don't need the tutorial, just get on the horse. Let's go, horse. Oh, I hear Laharl. Yeah, that's also a safety horse, in case you miss or get knocked off. I actually did that pretty good. Normally you get hit with like an arrow on your way. They give you a weird control here, which sometimes ends in you just like dying instantly. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Where basically just all the archers hit you all at once or hit you right in the back of the head and you just drop dead. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Okay, it didn't. Yep, so there's the other ones. I'm bleeding. Ow. No! No, what are you doing? Also, they can kill your horse, so... Don't have your horse die. But thank God Henry can actually ride a horse.
To the left, along the stream.
Also, that hill to the right, there's like always a bandit ambush there because it's like a long S-shaped path. Perfect for bandits to come and pick you off. Make a left. So basically, Hungarians, along with Cumans and Tatars, are basically mercenary armies hired by who they consider to be the false king.
Go! They'll kill you all!
I know, Horsey.
Run for it!
I know, Horse, you're upset. Your stamina's getting low and you're being willful.
Warn the others! They tore Scarlet!
Horse is upset because I'm making him run too hard. Or he's being hit. I know you're upset, Horse. But you need to go so I don't get killed. No, stop being a fussy horse. See, you're gonna get hit by arrows if you don't listen to me. Dumb horse. Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Help! Scarlet has been attacked! Do something! Help!
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Radio, Hosungine!
I do appreciate that when people are speaking Polish, it's in English, but if they're speaking like German or a language Henry doesn't know, like Cuman or Tatar languages, it's in a completely different. It's in the normal language. Because I think the regular language for this game is Polish.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you, and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that?
I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Good thing they weren't known for barbed arrows.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Doggo. I like Lord Divish, but I'm gonna do something really dick to him.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy.
He won't
what
mind,
exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
I have to eat something. My insides are shriveled up with the hunger.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear. Aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Please tell me what happened in Skalitz. I have kin there. How rude.
Oh, my word. Oh, good God. I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're definitely not wrong there, Envy.
Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
No worries. I take this game fairly seriously.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skelet's.
Success.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith.
I know, right?
fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king, and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone, and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
By the way, we're still in the prologue. So, just an FYI. There's plenty of potatoes in this game. Lots of artful potatoes.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Time to put our shoes back on. No, don't go in the codex. Yeah, well, I get woken up every 5 minutes by someone else in the castle who's like, Henry, Henry, please.
Prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command. All will end well.
Hey, you men down there. Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Also, just to check for you guys again, just to make sure you guys, the sound is good before we get out of the tutorial, because sound will become important later.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Rubber?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish?
Good.
At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense, and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Hey, Dark Elf.
Don't worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will, and good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now.
Well, especially for the Cumans. That's the reason why they backed off in the storm. Because, I mean, they're not really prepared for that kind of weather and this kind of environment. All of them would get sick.
Men!
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid! And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Yep, so we just wait around. Someone will come out. Are you kidding me? This is 14th century Poland. There are 0 black people. Okay, well maybe there's like 1 or 2, but they're probably in, well actually there'd probably be a lot in Prague at the time. But here, rural Poland, good luck.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's
I will.
Now we get to skip time. I was waiting for that guy. No, it's like, we fed you and I bandaged your wound. Now go out and do work or else. You don't really get the most restful sleep here. But I mean, really, would you want to sleep?
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
Now we get to go to the outer bailey. And the rain suddenly stopped.
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna end up like skeletons.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise.
I like how it
don't
says
think
of
he will set his
Luxembourg,
hidden dogs on us today.
but he's Hungarian.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents. Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Mark
Oh, that
von
mace.
Aulitz.
I want that
Coming in
mace.
the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvard. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, the Ratsik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that the Ratsik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Germans causing problems in Poland? That never happens. I do like how really their talk is just veiled threats and overt insults.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
You know, if you got hit with that mace, even if it was in the arm, no matter how good your armor is, that shit would break a bone or kill you. Like, in all honesty, man, if I was in the medieval, I would, medieval age, I would certainly have a mace. I mean, really, just swing it like a baseball bat. You're not going to be able to do much.
Look out.
No, Sir Robard, please.
Good day to you.
Where did these humans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Yeah, Hungary's been shat on by Europe for quite a long time, but so has Poland, to be fair.
So, Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Exactly.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears. And I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
So he could loot it?
Correct. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Yep. You need money to fight wars. I do like him. In general, Robart is a pragmatist and a realist. He's like, well... Also, as a thing that I can't say, literally cannot say on YouTube videos, don't look up the reason about those aristocrats who sided with people and sided with Sigismund. I'd probably get banned from YouTube for saying anything about them, so we'll avoid that. We can also go around and box people. I mean, but that's the thing is, money really does rule the world, especially at this time. Talk religion, live in wealth. Talk about how you should give everything away, and then, nah, screw that. Let's go get some food. It's chow time. Also, we really don't have any goals right now. Pretty much our goals are just to eat and sleep and talk to people. Also, we need a lot of money. Actually... Okay. Yeah, it is leading there.
Good morning. May the Lord watch over you.
Hell yeah. So we're gonna sell all the stuff we took the other day because we're bastards like that. Marigold decoctions are like the best. Hey, get some money. Yeah, for real. Well, the bad part about the Holy Roman Empire is that the fighting was idealized. So it wasn't so they would fight against other people with non-Christians, use non-Christian armies against other Christian holdings, which was a common thing to have happen. So in essence, this is one of those wars. And it's just like a single period. You know, they had peace for so long. The book also means that I learn more from a book. But we need to sleep. Oh, actually, we're at... What are we at? Yeah, let's sleep until here. Another event will happen before long, before we can leave. Also, I need to get lockpicks. Lockpicking in this sucks asshole until you're good at it. But we're still a ways away from that. Also, I mean, this is like the height of the hypocrisy of Christianity. Because this is shortly after the schism, the Great Schism that split Catholicism and like the Eastern religions. I forget what they... Oh, the Orthodoxy. Hey, Redim.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Yeah, don't lie.
Let me out, I say. Don't you know who I am?
Someone who's about to lose his teeth if he doesn't get lost quick.
I love that. Yeah, can't get him in that.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I could say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly, in armor and a helmet, then of course I let him go. That's obvious.
All right, I'll have a look around for something.
May the Lord watch over you.
So, you, Votava, you piece of dog shit. I hate you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Take care now.
So we need lockpicks, but we're poor. He also has a treasure map, but there's no... I'm not buying a single treasure map, because F that. So I don't know if that's for the whole lot. Oof.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
God be with you.
So there's a lot of ways to do this. I can sell these, which I probably should sell because they're heavy, and I should have enough. And I shouldn't have to worry about them because later I can just get them. I can make them. Look at the garbage he has. This is all stuff that you could practically fit in your pocket or like in a little sack. And I know I can't haggle with him because he's a dick. He'll raise the prices. There's plenty of time for haggling later. Truthfully, like, when you compare things like Skyrim and stuff like that, this game fucking kills it in real. Alright. Let's save. Just a little quick save. So this is the worst part of the game for now. Ooh, almost. So you need to hold this steady and spin it around at the same time while doing the lock. And if you turn it too fast, you can actually kind of screw yourself. Also, people can hear you when you do this. So you have to be super careful. And also people will search you. So if you're walking and you're sneaking somewhere and somebody thinks you've done something suspicious, they will search you. And if they find stolen stuff, it can end pretty poorly. Alright, so we have a bandage that we don't need. We are conspicuous right now. Basically, we have to take our conspicuousness down. Hunter's gloves, which are good. Light padded armor. Also, we're wearing stolen stuff, so you can actually end up naked. If you're not careful. But I think I need a face guard one, but I'm not sure if they changed that. You can equip Sir Radzig's sword, but it's not worth it. Oh yeah, it depends on the person, because they kind of have their own stats. So you never quite know. Also, this guy's shifty.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
So he... I don't want to sell my clothes yet. Let's see if he gets upset about me selling him stuff. Good. So, even fences will get upset sometimes if you sell them stolen stuff.
I need to get out of here.
Then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Ah, I see. All right then. But if you breathe a word about me to anyone, good luck to you.
Ke. Also, don't try to steal a horse. If you try to take someone's horse, it's going to end poorly for you. Mostly because every guard in there who's within earshot of another guard will slay your shit. But yeah, most of the characters in the game, like actual like people you'd see about town and otherwise, actually do have stats. Like attack, stamina, all that stuff. Wait, was that Teresa? Or was this just a random person? No, just a random. But, road apples. So, like, inner castle guards usually have nastier equipment. Outside guards and stuff usually have lighter equipment. They actually have people who walk around looking for thieves at night. And also, you'll just be walking, and out of nowhere, someone will shoot you in the head with an arrow, and you'll die. That is, unless you have a decent helmet. But it's not like Skyrim, where you, like, equip a stolen sword, and someone's like, "You thief!" And normally, if you get, like, so far away, or you hold something for long enough, sometimes, I don't know why or what causes it, an item can go from being a stolen item to a not a stolen item. Like, you've obtained enough possession of it that the person just assumes it's lost forever. I know there are like unique items that you can't get unstolen unless you sell it. Yeah, pretty much. Also, it's not in the PS4 version, but I believe in the PC version, if you're wearing like a Cuman outfit or like a invader outfit, like one of the Hungarian tunics and all that, town guards and stuff will get suspicious of you. Because there are like highwaymen and bandits and such. And they will destroy your shit. Also, this guy... Oh. Well, I failed to get a horse, so it's not a big deal. One of them is to steal a horse, but I'm not doing that shit.
They've already gone.
No, we're not using Sir Radzig's sword. So now we get to kill people. I was an idiot, and I grabbed a bow, and holy shit, you suck at archery until you practice for a long time. Also, I need to steal their armor. I mean, Sir Radzig's sword is good, but it's not worth using. I think it was just too much to include on the PS4 version. I mean, there's already enough going on, and I've had before... What is it, Laharl? Oh, yeah. I mean, you still have, like, suspicion on your armor and noise level in your armor. Oh, yeah. Also, sorry, dude. Alright. Good, I still have the Bardiche equipped. And I remember triangle is to dual wield, or two-hand a weapon. Yeah, you think at that point you'd be like, yeah, that's enough. I am going to eat this suspicious bread I just pulled off of a dead guy. See, like, my gloves are still stolen, but my oh, I didn't equip a Waffenrock. Yeah, I should have equipped that instead. But some of the stuff have fallen off of being considered stolen. The hunter's gloves normally do, but gloves are honestly some of the best stuff. And apparently I gave myself food poisoning, because that was past the expiration date.
What's going on? Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
No. Shit. Why? This guy has a sword. Come on, Henry. Henry, pull out. Henry, please. Henry. Hold on. Why am I forgetting how to...
Oh, that hurt.
Henry, come... Why are you not pulling out your sword, Henry?
You're going to cry now. weak at the knees, have you?
There we go.
You'll get...
Come on, focus on him. Okay, watch your stamina. No. Come on, Henry. Henry, please. Come on. This axe is really short and really shit.
Bollocks!
Oh, Henry, please. That's the only thing swords really have. Is, range. But that can be easily overcome. Because most swords don't have anything good in close range. Oh, no, too tired. So, you take more damage if you're exhausted when you get hit. So it's best to not be tired. Oh, kind of double hit each other. Oh yeah, you die like almost instantly if there's like 2 or more people, unless you're really talented. Oh, he chained it, you fucker. Okay, he cross guards, so... Yeah, we are.
God in heaven, no! Oh.
Nope, you're not living. Fuck off. Yeah, most of it is beating down people's armor enough until you can kill them. It'll be a lot less crazy later. No, I want the Sayax. Come on. Alright. Let's just grab his body. So I can steal his sword. Also, you can do this when you go into combat. I don't think I can right now. Oh, there we go. Oh. Well, I guess when you're not in combat, I guess it doesn't make a difference. But you can... while in combat, switch to 2 hands on 1 weapon. Which I really wanted to do, but I forgot that this has a goofy way of equipping your weapons. It's like left and right, which I was trying, and he wasn't equipping them. So... There's Laharl. I do have a head injury, so it'd probably be best to sleep.
Oh, God.
Because basically that's a timer for how long my head injury lasts. Normally it's like, I think 12 to 16 in-game hours. At least I had bandages in case I get wounded. Or start bleeding. Because you can bleed to death pretty fucking fast. Expired food. Forgot that you can get food poisoning. I will take the bread. Even though I look like a looter.
Sweet Jesus. It's the charcoal burner.
Yep. Too bad he doesn't have money on him. But yeah, it's usually, in this time, if you were out on a battlefield or this, and you started looting bodies, normally it's like a death penalty for that. It's like poaching. You're stealing the king's property, even though they're dead people. Warning signs!
No, leave me be. Don't kill me. I have nothing.
No, come on. No, you get back here. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. I really wish I had a horse. The only time I've ever taken a horse in this mission, it killed me. You get back here. Yep, you're getting tired too. Come on. No. No. You get back here. No. Don't sneak. Run. Come on. No. Stop running. How dare you flee me? I know, this seems silly. I'm chasing down this guy who is just looting stuff. But he refuses to talk. No, come on. The tackle, like, never works. There you go. There we go. Mercy kill is such a pain. I actually didn't figure out mercy kill till way later. Let's take that. Oh, did not mean to do that. Well, that's worth a fair bit. Where's sort? There it is. We can just go ahead and drop this. Is leather jerk... Oh, I don't have a leather jerkin. Yeah. They're damaged. Most of the gear I'm going to be wearing is terrible. Equip. And... drop that. Equip. Eat that. Well, he's running for his life. They're listed as stolen, but that's fine. I'll keep the dagger. The coif is worth a lot. Let's eat this. Also, don't overeat, because if you overeat, oh shit, you'll actually be slow. which is kind of great. Okay. But anyway, let's get back to burying our parents. By the way, of note, still not out of the tutorial. I know. Did I put them away? Good. Sometimes I don't realize that I have my weapons out, and that's going to lead to some trouble later. Also, ideally, as strange as it sounds, I'm mostly going to be avoiding fast travel, and there's very good reasons for that. You can get random encounters, and you'll just get, like, spooked in a random encounter. And, yeah. When you do, you're pretty much screwed. Because you can get, like, a random encounter that's, like, 6 people. And you're like, well, I'm in the middle of it, and I'm pretty much boned. Yep. Well, also, you can come across... The best is sometimes, like, guards will send people out to hunt down bandits. So you might just be walking, and suddenly there's, like, 8 people fighting. The best thing you can do is just wait for them to stop fighting and loot whoever dies. So you might get one town guard, wait for him to leave, and then just start looting all the bodies. Become super rich super quick. Yeah, also, the nests you can shoot down with arrows, and you can sometimes get, like, money or strange items, like jewelry and such like that. So let's sneak up on this guy. Hey, 14th century digital birds gotta know. What do you think you're doing?
Hey! What do we got here? Entertainment. Great.
Henry, please.
You call that combat?
I got a shield, bitch.
Jesus Christ! Ow.
This guy goes down pretty
I'll
quickly.
wring your neck, turd. Ow.
Damn it. Don't you poke me with a stick.
God in heaven, no!
No. No, 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 no! You get back here. My mercy kill wasn't coming up. You get back here. I've got to murder you for skill points. Also, you probably don't have a lot of stamina, because, you know, I've practically took your head off. No, you get back here, fucker. You son of a bitch! Don't you juke me. That tackle. So, commands are generally pretty slow in this game because, honestly, combat moves in like half time.
God in heaven, no! Leave me alone, please!
You son of a bitch. I'm so weak right now. I'm so used to just, like, decapitating someone with, like, a quick slice. No! Don't you juke me.
Ow. I surrender! Have mercy on me!
Stop whining and fight.
A pox on you! No!
You son of a bitch. Stop it. Stop being difficult. So you get for looting my town. Anyway, now that we're done chasing him around a field for like 3 hours, I will take that. All the rest of your... No, actually the patched toes is pretty nice. And I will take your bandages. I know, right? Fucking gazelles. So there's actually a quest in here. Which just seems weird.
He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
Hey, some money. Also... Scarlet, are you really gonna play with the crunchy bag right now? Here, have those. So, the combat's slowed down, so it's actually functional. Because if it went any faster, there's no way you could keep up. Some people move faster. So the combat is kind of slowed down to make the player be able to react to it. And you have to like switch stances and stuff like that, so you can't interrupt when you switch stances or when you're in a swing. There's moves later that allow you to interrupt them, but they're not much. They're not like a big thing. Oh yeah, I need a spade. Should be one around here. I do like how there's actually dead horses and such.
You stood by his side when he did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon him like me.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah. You have to use fighting stances. So, like, as you improve, you get better stances, better kind of chain moves, and things like that. It makes sense in a fighting aspect when you play it. It may not look it, but there's actually, like, a lot of strategy to how you have to fight. So, like, certain moves take certain amounts of time. Like, swords, like, longer the sword, the, usually, or like the weight of the sword is usually the longer it takes you to strike and recover. So like heavier gear does the same thing. It all slows you down. Alright. I think maybe I have to bury them first before I get the mission, but I know there's a mission involving this.
Why?
So Bianca's dead.
It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents. I'll take this as a keepsake to remember you by. I do.
So he took her ring. Also, everything's all burnt out here, so you can't eat or anything. So you pretty much have to rely on looting corpses to get it. But she dead. Okay, I've already looted them. So let's go find our parents' corpses. Yeah, because I think the quest starts after. Because I don't hear the dog barking.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find this shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
And also, cutscenes keep your armor and such. Also, imagine burying them and then, you know, in this terrible rain with soaking wet dead bodies. Yeah. You're really going at that bag.
Get away, you mutt!
Also, I'm pretty beat up.
Get away, you beast! What's going on? What's that? What in God's name are you doing?
This is the person you can talk to, but...
Turnips? The beast just went for me. Isn't that not the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's? Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
I asked what you're doing here. How about you give me an answer?
If I want to confess, I'll go to the priest. Go away and leave me in peace.
It rhymed. I like that. Fuck you.
I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard. Haven't you got a shred of honor?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of corn. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well. Will you hand it over without a fuss, or do you want to end up like the butcher?
The only way you'll touch this sword is when I shove it in your guts.
Not without a sword, huh? Well, this isn't the end.
Oh, and we're over encumbered. So let's change that. Our nourishment is quite high. What is the heaviest thing we have on us? Or things that we need to get rid of? That's pretty fucking heavy. That's really heavy. What was that? No, that thing's separate. That's heavy. These are heavy. You know what? Let's do that, and then we can toss this. We can toss the old boots. They're dirty anyway. That's worth a decent amount. The Sax is heavy, but we want that. Can't get rid of Sir Radzik's sword. Could equip Bianca's ring. Says I'm still over encumbered. How heavy is the spade? I hate that key items have weight. That drives me nuts. Working boots are good. Oh, we can drop this. And those aren't equipped. But since they're listed as stolen, we'll just get rid of them. Save a little extra weight.
Easy there, boy. No need. A good master won't be under his hand.
Oh, yeah, before we do that, since we have a spade, I'm pretty sure it's this one? This one. Where is it? There it is. Yep. Baran's cup.
I know this goblet. It belongs to Baron. Who knows? Maybe he managed to get away. Now what?
Alright, fine. Yeah, bronze cup sells for a lot, 200. That's why I came to do it. We'll just drop the bread. There we go. Even though... There we go. Jumping is weird in this. It's advised to just not do jumping, ever. I've actually gotten myself stuck in places from jumping, so it's best not to do that. We do have salamis. Yeah, because there's a map that, or something that you get that says it's under one of those birdhouses, but I already got it, so... I think he tells you about it, because you ask him, like, what he's doing. You can also loot your mom and your dad. Hey, rude. Hey, give me that Grushin. It doesn't much matter. A little bit of money doesn't help. And also we have something we have to lockpick. While we're here. And hopefully I don't get the cutscene. Yeah. Okay, so this... There it is. Alright. Easy might be a little too hard for us, which is funny to say. No, we need to move to a better place. Yeah. If someone sees you do it, it's like a big reputation hit. Force that one a little too hard. Shit. Damn it. Come on. Come on. I need to get a good place. Also, he's going around all over the place because I'm technically above height to the chest. So the game doesn't know where to put me. It doesn't make any difference to what I'm doing, but it looks goofy. Ooh. Damn it. Broke all my lockpicks. And my food's gone. Wah. Okay. Making sure I got that, because sometimes there's a schnapps there.
This is a good place. You're gonna like it.
Thankfully, I don't have to, like, dig the holes, then grab them and bury them. It just, thankfully, cutscenes.
So, let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help?
Well, shit.
Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want? Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it anymore.
Bad idea.
Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
Normally he just hits you in the face with a club. But I didn't even draw my weapons.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers! The games are over.
And the prologue's almost over. Here's some shit. It might be dream fighting, but it's still fighting.
Do you need some help?
You get strength from so many things. There's no point in putting points into it.
Henry! There's work to be done.
Also, our first step is to find a really good axe and sell stuff. And there will be a fair amount of grinding, mostly with lockpicking, because lockpicking is a huge pain in the ass.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Henry, can you hear me? Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. You slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
A few delirious days later.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Tamburg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
So Divish promised Sir Radzik he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea. Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
And even later.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humor back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have
What is it, Scarlet?
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
What is it?
A word with you, young fellow. Hey, youngster, come here.
I'm saving, boyo. Even though we'll be like absolutely starving. Okay, let's check something. Okay, that's good enough. So, there's a lot of things we have to do. We don't have anything, but all of our stuff is here. So, pretty much we have everything that's here. Luckily, our food didn't rot over the 2 weeks that we were here. But we have a lot of other skills and other stuff to get to. But where's my phone? My phone has disappeared. But either way, I'm going to call it here. Once I find my phone, just to make sure. Okay, yeah. It's about time. So, we're done just the prologue. So now the actual game starts. It'll be a lot less story, a lot more stealing, brewing potions, talking to people, murdering random humans and bandits. It'll get pretty crazy from here on in. Still have a little bit of the base tutorial stuff they want to cover, but most of it is kind of and of course debauchery. There is a lot of debauchery in this game, and we have a lot of stuff. Like, for this, once we complete a quest, what can we do here? Okay, so I guess this is a way to stop bandits, or to destroy a bandit group. Which I guess that's... Yeah, Baptism of Fire, I think, is pretty much... not the end, but pretty close. And then you can also play Teresa's story, which is interesting. But I'll probably do Teresa's story at the end. This one, The Amorous Adventures of Bold Sir Hans Capon. Hans Capon is a character we'll meet later. Tournament is just like you can win a tournament and there's like a mission aside from it. It's kind of eh. From the Ashes is the best. Pribyslavitz. Once you finish Baptism of Fire, Pribyslavitz, you literally get it as a town. And there is some hilarious consequences for having it. Treasures of the Past is just secret armor. That's what all those maps were. They were basically Warhorse-inspired armor. It was part of getting the game, like getting the special edition of the game. You get special armor for it. So I'll probably go out and find it, because I know where most of it is, but I don't think I can lockpick all of it. But either way, that's gonna be it for tonight. I have to actually wait for this to spin all the way around. But I will... Next week I will play this Wednesday and Thursday, and I think after that, really, Scarlet, Man of Medan comes out. So I'll just be playing through that. And once I finish Man of Medan, which is probably just going to be like 2 or 3 streams at most, then I'll continue on with this. This will be my in-between. So yes, everyone, have a good night, have a good weekend. And I will see you later once this finishes saving. Hard saving.